once we see cases continue to spiral out of proportion the way we're seeing right now, then you would consider this type of thing will be in effect um, indefinitely. But for right now, I am monitoring and I want to see what happens at least within the next 2 weeks. And thereafter, we will continue to be tuned into the government position on the whole issue and listen to the reports by the Ministry of Health and those kinds of things. And this is how we're going to be gauging it. But for right now, I can tell you with certainty that once we see it continue to spiral out of proportion the way it has been over the last week or so, we will definitely be keeping the prison as is because we definitely need to minimize. There's no guarantee that we can prevent 100%, but we can certainly minimize. And I think what that will do too, at the same time, it will put us in a better position to do a mapping exercise without too much work. Because I tell you what, if you have only 50 people visiting the prison, the mapping will be easier than if you had thousands passing through the prison within the week type thing.
Now, with this second wave around, has there been anything that your administration has changed or added to the protocol in light of the increase or the spike in COVID-19 cases?
This suspension of visit has been the latest. Pretty much our COVID-19 preventive measures and apparatuses has been consistently maintained ever since the virus came knocking at our door in April thereabout. Like I said, all we have done recently now is that we have our screening process. We are very strict with wearing of mask for those visitors who are visiting right up until Thursday, because that suspension of visits become effective Friday. It means that from Friday you will not be able to visit the prison. That is what it means. So your last day to visit the prison will be on Thursday, no later. But we insist on wearing mask, and any visitor, regardless of who they are, who are wearing a mask, it is wearing it properly where your nose and your mouth and under your chin is properly covered. If you're not doing that, then the instructions has been given to the officers on the outside, the frontliners that is, to cancel the visit right away. Because we cannot play with this pandemic. I'm sorry. We either have a policy or we don't have one. And in our case, we have one. So, but we have ramped up in the sense that we are insisting that people wear their mask properly. They must wash their hands. They must practice social distancing. They must go through the questionnaire and they must be checked, temperature checked.